School Panthers. I'm Savannah. And I'm Emily. This week's weather will improve at a steady climb starting with the 40s. There will also be a low chance of rain.
Our junior high girls, who have a current record of 7 and 8, have their last games coming up for district. And our junior high boys, with a current record of 2 and 12, have their last game coming up on the 29th at Genoa at 5:30, and their last couple of district games coming up. So stay tuned.
This week's app of the week, and we are not sponsored by, is Tunity. Have you ever been at Buffalo Wild Wings and wanted to watch your TV drama, but you couldn't hear over the screaming fans during the football game? Well, now you can scan your live drama and plug in earbuds and watch it on Tunity. Tunity also gives you live options of other TV shows you can watch without having to scan. This is also available for iOS and Android.
Hurry! Finally, that was a buzzer beater. Did you know that there are 1 million water bottles thrown away every minute? And 500 million plastic straws are thrown away every day.
Really? I actually know somebody who knows a lot about that. Let's go talk to Mr. Hughes.
Hey, this is our high school science teacher, Mr. Hughes. How are you today?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
What is the most thrown away plastic item?
Oh, there's a lot of them that are thrown away because people bring plastic to school every day just to keep it at Fouke High School, Fouke Middle School. Sandwich bags, plastic bags from Walmart. These are two of the biggest things that we'll see thrown away in our trash.
Right. What is the difference between single-use plastic and multi-use plastic?
Single-use plastic is something we use one time. When you go to Sonic, you get your straw, you throw it away. That's a single-use plastic. The plastic bags at Walmart, the sandwich bags that we use to put your sandwiches in, these are all single-use. We're going to use them one time. Multi-use plastic is one that we're going to use multiple times, like a reusable straw. Like, for lack of a better term, a plastic Yeti that you drink out of and you continue to fill it up. You fill it up in the morning and the afternoon, and you may just have that one cup you use all the time. So that's a multiple use, and we really need to make sure we're not using single use, but use a lot of the multi-use plastics.
Right. Why is it more dangerous to use plastic than it is to use paper, foam, cardboard?
Plastic is biodegradable. It's going to break down. It's going to take a while for paper to do that. But it will. So if you throw paper, it shouldn't do it, but if you throw paper on the side of the road, it eventually is going to break down. Plastic, we can put plastic into something that breaks down your apple cores, your bananas, your papers, and each one has a different time period it takes for the soil and the bacteria in the soil to break it down. Plastics will stay in there for several hundred years. They will just never break down. So when you see plastic in the ocean, when you see plastic at the lakes, that plastic that you see this year is going to be there next year. Besides a little bit of weathering on it, it's really not going to change. It's like if you go in the woods and you see a styrofoam cup that used to say Sonic on it, and now you see it and the Sonic is kind of faded away, but you still see the white styrofoam. It's probably been there 5 years. It's not going anywhere. So plastic is really, really difficult to get away with, to do things with, and to take care of. So it's a bad plastic for us.
Why do you suggest to use less plastic?
The less plastic we use, the less plastic trash we're going to have. The less single-use plastic we're going to use. You know, plastic's been around since the 1950s, but it all started as multi-use plastic. And as it's gone on, our life's gotten easier, it's gotten simpler, and we've introduced more and more single-use plastic, like sandwich bags. Instead of wrapping it in a paper towel, and we throw the paper towel in the trash, we use plastic. And what happens is all the plastic from anywhere in the United States will end up in the waterways. The primary waterway here is going to be the Red River, the Sulphur River. That runs into the Mississippi River. That goes into the ocean. So every piece of plastic that you throw on the side of the road or on the ground in foul could possibly end up in the Gulf of Mexico and in the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, depending on the currents. So everything we do could end up in the ocean because that's where everything goes, and it's going to be there forever because it's never going to break down, so it presents a huge pollution problem.
All right, that's all we have for you today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Remember our chess club every morning before school at 7:30 in Mrs. Hale's room.
Come watch our girls take this win against Genoa and Center Point. Thanks for watching our weekly Panther broadcast.
Out! Are we starting?
Yeah.
I don't want that number. Our junior Our junior high girls, with their current record of 7-8, have their last game coming up. I messed up.